George Washington Carver by National Geographic Kids. Who was Carver? George Washington Carver loved studying plants. He showed farmers how to grow sustainable crops. That means grown in a way that keeps the soil healthy. That helped them farm better and eat better. He also found that hundreds of things could be made from peanut plants. Growing peanuts helped farmers earn money. In Carver's time, life was hard for many Black people in the United States. They did not have the same rights as white people. Carver felt that this was wrong. He used his ideas about farming to help change people's lives. Growing up, George Washington Carver was born on a farm near Diamond, Missouri in the United States. The cabin where Carver lived as a boy is gone, but this outline, right here, was built later to show how small it was. Most people think he was born around 1864. No one knows for sure, but we do know he was born a slave. Back then, slaves were often given their owner's last name. George's owners were Moses and Susan Carver, so his last name was Carver too. One night, men kidnapped baby George Carver and his mother. He was returned to the farm, but his mother was not. Soon after, slavery ended. Moses and Susan Carver decided to raise George. As a boy, he loved to explore the farm. He collected rocks. He grew a garden. He asked questions. In his time, Carver grew up in the Midwestern United States during the 1870s. Back then, many things were different from how they are today. The transportation was different. Money was different. Many freed slaves had little or no money. They often traded for things that they needed. Few people shopped in stores for food. Instead, they raised farm animals. Children went to school in one-room schoolhouses or even old barns. And they spent a lot of time outdoors and played with handmade toys. A love of learning. Carver loved to learn, but in his town, Black children could not go to school. Carver learned to read at home. He had only one book. Carver wanted to learn more. At around age 13, he left home. He lived with a Black family in a nearby town. There he went to a school for Black children. Later, Carver wanted to go to college. Many Black Americans still faced racism, which is the belief that one group of people is better than another. One school would not let Carver in because he was Black, but he didn't give up. He became the first Black student at Iowa State College. He studied agriculture, which is the science of farming. Here are 6 cool facts about Carver. I'm not going to read them, but you can pause the screen if you want to read them yourself. Helping others. After college, Carver became a teacher. He worked at a school in Alabama called Tuskegee Institute. There he did important work with plants. He found many new ways to use sweet potatoes and soybeans. He invented hundreds of new things such as paints, plastics, and dyes. He also wanted to help farmers. He built a classroom on a wagon. It was pulled by mules. He drove the wagon to nearby farms to teach about agriculture. Carver thought that planting peanuts could help farmers too. Peanut plants would keep the soil healthy. Farmers could also sell this crop to earn more money. Carver had found more than 300 ways to use peanut plants. They could be turned into glue, medicine, gasoline, and even paper. Good ideas. Carver traveled. He gave speeches about farming. He spoke about peanuts. He also spoke about treating all people fairly. In 1921, he spoke to the U.S. Congress. Some people in Congress didn't want to listen to a Black man, but he had good ideas, so finally Congress listened. They shared his ideas with others. In his own words, I want to feel that my life has been of some service to my fellow man. Hard work. Carver died in 1943. He was around 79 years old. Carver's hard work helped many people. His ideas helped poor farmers have better lives. His story shows the power of learning and helping others.